Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't feel that I work too hard. Poetry on these songs. What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Dope Boy Diesel, back in the motherfucking Doja Room for another episode. Now, it has been an interesting few days. First and foremost, I did my Grammys recap, but of course, here on YouTube, I have been blocked for a little bit of the footage that I shown, which wasn't even this Grammys. It was the 61st Grammys award, and it was a Drake clip. But if you guys want to check out any video that I don't post here on the YouTube on Firstborn Media in the Doja Room here, you can always follow me on X as you see it on the screen at Dope Boy Diesel. You can follow me on Instagram at Dope Boy Diesel, as you see on the screen here. Get at me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I would recommend you, because we got a lot of motion going on. It's been a great week. It's been a great weekend, and we coming off a lot of motion here on the channel as well as on the social media. So everybody who's following me tapped in and tapped in across all platforms as well. We appreciate you. So to get into the topics of today, again, if you're looking for me to talk about the Grammys and the recap, go over on X and check that out. But for right now, here today, we're going to get into some of the things that have been going on with the boy Drizzy Drake on tour. A few things and a few notable moments and things to talk about there. First and foremost, it would seem that the boy is formally announcing that he is going to be dropping a solo album pretty soon. Well, to quote him, when the time is right. Let's look at this clip and react to it.
Party next door is my sexy sauce for you. And you know, eventually when the time is right, Drizzy Drake alone by himself is gonna have to have a one-on-one talk to y'all. When the time is right, I'll be back with another album, a one-on-one conversation with y'all that you need to hear.
Yeah, very excited about that. And I hope it is just that, a one-on-one conversation, really breaking down. I think we need to hear from Drake in a big way and get his perspective. Not that we haven't really gotten it in, different ways, but, Drake is one of the artists who remain to, keep his talk and his commentary in the music. And a lot of people have forgotten that. You can see that when he dropped Fight in Irish. I don't know what many, of his haters and people who like to be critical of him day in and day out. I don't know what they really expect from the boy other than giving you music in times of adversity. It's what he's done this entire time. And we're looking for him to do it again. So this one-on-one album, I think it should be exactly that. It needs to be a message to the fans, a one-on-one with the fans. And as I said, just him going through, what's been going on in his heart this past year, the conflict with UMG, how he's feeling about that. He can talk about, just how certain people and certain relationships have been changing. And I think he's willing to put it on wax and call niggas out and keep it 100 in this next project when it comes down to holding people's foot to the fire. Now, ask me how I know such a thing. Well, recently, the boy DJ Khaled dropped his 7-minute album trailer, which is a nice trailer, by the way. It was a pretty dope trailer. I checked it out. Where in the trailer, that he's stating that he has 2 Drake features. And he posted this to his Instagram and posted this to Twitter as well. But Drake had a comment on that, and he said, must be talking about Drake Bell. And this just goes to highlight that, there's no more handouts for you niggas. There's no more handouts for you niggas. There's no more keeping shit nice. There's no more, of him uplifting the culture just for the culture to turn its back on him. And a lot of people might sit here and be like, well, why is Drake still being a sore loser? Why is he still being emotional? Why is he still doing this, that, the third? Because a culture that he spent the last 15 years uplifting, putting people on, putting people in position, evolving the culture and pushing it forward as a whole. And when it comes to hip hop, a lot of those people sat by and acted like he hasn't done the things that he's done. A lot of people sat by and acted like he hasn't, put in the work, that he hasn't done the numbers, that he, hasn't put niggas' careers to bed. They will sit here and act like, these things haven't taken place, and they were quiet, conveniently quiet throughout this entire, beef. And it almost seems like they were told at this point to, hey, back off. Nobody come to his rescue, which Drake doesn't need anybody to come to his rescue. As you can see, you see how much it takes to even attempt to take him down. But it does feel like a lot of people were told to back off this one and to just, let Drake take this fight alone. And we really watched him battle of the bastards, one man versus an army, and still came out unscathed. He still came out unscathed. So 2025 Drake, the new Drake moving forward, is not buddy buddy, is not with all of these, kisses and hugs and showing everybody love. The only people who are going to be shown love by Drake are the people that have been loyal to him, that have stood by him. And that's the only thing this is given right now. Because at the end of the day, he already made a song that said no friends in the industry. Drake was already feeling some type of way about you niggas. But now this just cements it and pushes it forward. Drake is not fucking with none of you niggas. He's not fucking with none of you niggas. Why do you want him to come boost your numbers when none of you niggas said anything on his behalf? When none of all you niggas sat by and watched niggas call this man a pedophile and people hurl allegations and do all of this weird shit. Now, again, I don't expect everybody to run to Drake's rescue and be like, oh, no, Drake's not a pedophile. Drake's not this, he's not that. But we almost coming up on a year of this narrative taking place, and still to this day, ain't none of these niggas said a word, I think, besides 21. Little Yachty half said some shit, but at the end of the day, everybody was just sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna stay back from this one, which is cool. Everybody's entitled to treat the situation how they want to treat the situation. But at the end of the day, the buddiness, the Drake that showed everybody love, the Drake that gave out features and gave out looks and put people on just for the hell of it, that nigga is gone. It seems like he's only willing to deal with the niggas who want to be able to take the criticism that comes along with defending or standing up for or just speaking positively in a positive light about Drake, because you can't even speak in a positive light about Drake no more. And a lot of these niggas, I feel like they're afraid of that. A lot of these niggas is and he said it in Fighting Irish. A lot of these niggas is scared to tarnish their public image to stand next to him. And now that these niggas think that the coast is clear, they feel like it's time to come out and we're gonna get back to business as usual. Hey Drake, yeah, 2 features on the album. Nah, buddy. We only fucking with the niggas who's war ready. We only fucking with the niggas who are war ready. You niggas have sat here and taken these allegations to the max. As I've said countless times before, this entire beef, this entire thing it wasn't about bars, and it stopped being about bars a long time ago. It stopped being about bars a long time ago. And it seems like Drake is really standing on and vowing to, cut off all his fake friends in the industry. At the end of the day, you can tell which relationships hurt him and which ones didn't. But at the end of the day, it's time for him. All of these fake friendships, that shit is done for. We even got Drake going at LeBron, changing his lyrics in nonstop. Let's get a listen to this.
Just because I'm lost. I go from 6 to 23, but not LeBron, man. Put another track.
Yeah, he's not fucking with you niggas. And LeBron had a little bit of a petty response where he's post Kendrick's performance, or it looks like one of his past performances, I'm guessing. And he says he gonna kill that shit. Can't wait. Being petty. Man down. Where you from? So yeah, they're not fucking with each other. I would love to, I would love to sit down and hear LeBron's perspective on this entire thing. But it doesn't seem like this is something that's going to be rekindled anytime soon, if at all. And we do got some reactions to it. It says, crazy. Drake has only ever showed nothing but love for LeBron and his family. Why did he go to the dumbass concert? SMH. And that's from the boy Los Pollos. You know what I'm saying? Big Lakers fan, just like yourself. yours truly. I mean, and and I don't know. It's to me when it comes down to LeBron, I'm indifferent. As a Lakers fan, I'm not a LeBron first fan, but I've become a fan of LeBron just with him being with the organization, and a Drake fan as well. I'm a little bit indifferent. At the end of the day, this isn't exactly like what LeBron did beside outside of the pop-up show. um it wasn't really outside of his character. Yeah, he was glazing a tad bit much when it came down to the track and shit like that, but LeBron glazes every song he likes. Like, he does the most for every song that he's fucking with. And LeBron and Drake somewhat have that same spirit when it comes down to embracing new talent and fresh music and fresh sounds. They both, even with LeBron, when it comes down to the NBA as well, they both have this way of embracing the youth, embracing new talent, embracing the next chapter, and I don't really fault LeBron for that, because that in him has stayed consistent throughout his career. It just gets a little weird when you go to the pop-up show, you're at the pop-up show, and that's where things get a little bit weird. You know what I'm saying? Even the game didn't pop out to the pop-up show. You know what I'm saying? So it starts to look a little bit weird after a while. It starts to seem like you are willing to, tap dance on this nigga's grave. But at the same time, I do still look at that situation and be like, well, LeBron is effectively right now, basketball wise, the king of LA. Um, so he would be remiss not to show up, So I'm trying to look at it logically too. This is why I'm kind of indifferent when it comes down to his feud with LeBron. I understand both sides. I understand that, it kind of looks weird, LeBron not being there, just as much as it looks weird with him being there, as he actually did. So like I said, I'm a little bit indifferent about that whole thing. And whether they sort things out and can pick up the pieces, and um I don't know where they go from there on, but you know I don't know where they go from there on, but hopefully it's something that can be rekindled. Um, yeah. uh, One of the things I think is pretty dope to look at too. First, because Drake walked out, I just wanna react to how the boy walked out of this motherfucker stone cold. This shit is cold. I mean, look at this shit.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, my man walked out with bullet holes all through his hoodie with that bitch smoking. Y'all gotta try harder. I mean, this shit was amazing, and I think it was dope to walk out this way, just further symbolizing you niggas took plenty of shots, and I'm still standing. I'm still living. I'm not affected. I'm unwavering. I look into a crowd, a sea of people, and none of them look at me any different. Their support is unwavering. And that's what a lot of these niggas on the internet are forgetting when it comes down to Drizzy Drake, that he doesn't have to play y'all games. He didn't have to give Kendrick the biggest look of his career, revitalize his career. Must I remind you, before this, Kendrick was on a downwards trajectory. Mr. Morale wasn't hitting like that. This nigga has revitalized Kendrick Lamar's entire career. And with all the shots that has been taken at him, he is still fucking standing. I mean, the smoke effect is crazy too. I'm not gonna lie. That is crazy. Let's get into some of this commentary that's been going on around the fact, because it has been quite a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of people has been having a lot to say. Let's see.
Y'all are not gonna be able to stop this man. You're not gonna be able to do it. And this is what makes it worse. This is what makes it worse. What makes it even worse is you have no idea how guilty you are making yourselves look. Y'all are not gonna be.
Yeah, it's starting to look real crazy with people running interference like they are. Let's see what Sneeko has.
Yeah, and I actually don't agree at all. I mean, I am going to the Super Bowl, but I think Drake is totally vindicated in how he feels about the industry turning on him. I think with the Grammys, it was weird. I don't think Kendrick deserved the Grammy. And I'm actually really excited to see Drake come back from all this, because he was right. Dr. Dre high-fiving Lucian Grange. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. They're just doing it because Drake has been winning. So that's literally the only reason. But you look at it. Think about this. The irony. Think about this. The irony of everyone at the Grammys who have all been to Diddy parties yelling A minor. Like everyone at the Grammys, you fuck minors. You were all at the Diddy baby oil parties, and you're accusing Drake of doing what you do. And people think Drake is crazy for suing.
Well, he going a little crazy there, but unless there's exact proof of him doing all of these things, I'm not gonna exactly just run with that. But it is crazy to see how these guys are really moving. As I said in my reaction to it, I'm not one of the people who are going to be like overly dramatic and, you know, make it seem like all of these people that were in attendance in the same seats that they've been in for years, every time they pop out to the Grammys and things like that, they've been doing the same thing, dancing to the songs and, you know, singing along and, you know, doing all of that shit since its inception. So I'm not really going to act like this is something that's profound, and I'm just shocked that everybody could possibly be dancing along to Not Like Us. I mean, they're sitting in the Grammy crowd and stuff like that. Now they're singing along, doing the most, like how Taylor Swift was doing, and you know, you might have a little bit of a issue with how, you know, that was received, but everything else around that, you got to just take it in stride. That whole moment with people just singing along and dancing along, and they're all surrounding the Grammy stage. They are there doing that for every song that plays. They're doing that for every artist that comes on stage. They're up, they're clapping, they're showing support, they're singing along. So, you know, I'm not gonna really, you know, look too deep into that one. But I mean, it is unfortunate perception wise how it looks. It doesn't help the opposition's case when you sit back and you look at how all of that is being received. It doesn't really help, and it makes Drake case look that much stronger when it comes down to him, you know, condemning the move and not really fucking with the industry and painting the industry as, you know, some people that are against him. So, you know, for sure, I think it's, you know, I think it's unfortunate for these niggas, but people are gonna have to do what they gotta do. And I don't know how they thought this was going to affect Drake, but it hasn't really affected him in the way they all thought. Let's see some more reactions to this. Nico kind of going off the deep. You kind of going off the deep end with this whole y'all fuck kids, and I'm not really gonna just paint that on everybody. But as you can see, Drake has been having a great time throughout all of this. Let's see if we can get. I'm dead. Let's see if we can get some more reactions. So I love Drake, but listen here. Bots and Payola didn't do this. A good ass song did. Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us has 101 beats per minute and the right tempo for hands only CPR. What? This is the shit I be talking like. I'm telling you, this is the shit that I be talking about. This is the shit that I be talking about. But you niggas got mad. You niggas got mad when What's the Dirt pointed out that he had said nigga 37 times in his track. Y'all said he was reaching, y'all said he was doing the most, y'all said he was doing this, that, and the third. But here these niggas are talking about Not Like Us has 101 beats per minute. The right tempo for hands only CPR. That's what and you niggas is telling me he's not an industry darling? Look, this is the American Heart Association. Glazing this nigga. Like, what are we talking about? Are you people good? Like, this shit is crazy. You niggas tried to cancel What's the Dirt. They tried to cancel What's the Dirt. And this is the shit that you niggas is posting and reposting and trying to run with? I mean, this shit doesn't even make any sense. This is the shit we talking about. Y'all be doing this weird shit when it comes down to Kendrick Lamar, and then you act like if Drake possibly did anything close, it's just impossible that he could have the ability and the mental fortitude and ability to do such a thing. Like, how are you this hypocritical when it comes down to, like, y'all niggas tried to finish and eviscerate a nigga's whole career for doing exactly this. Y'all tried to end that man. Damn near permanently, it seemed like. For a post exactly like this. Look. This track being eligible for reviving for reviving is crazy. Never seen this in my life. Look at let's go through the hypocrisy. We have never seen a W like this in rap. I'm not gonna hold you. This kind of helpful. They real for that. Coming back from the dead and everyone in the room singing A minor is crazy. Drake next show after the Super Bowl, he's gonna have to come out in a casket. Someone check on Drake's heart. He may need this. The recommended tempo is somewhere in the 100 to 120 BPM range, which includes many songs. So I know they were feeling like certified haters when they realized they could use it for an ad. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Do you not see the glazing, the co-op, like, do you not see the plan? Do you not see what these niggas is doing? And people are eating this up. Nobody is saying, and look, you didn't see one people accept this one comment right here, calling this out for the reach it is. But mind you, niggas are trying to end a nigga's whole career. And we're not even talking about Drake. We talk about what's the dirt. They are trying to end his whole career right now for exactly that. This is crazy. This shit is crazy to me. This shit is really crazy to me. I don't recommend anybody go against the machine who is willing to do all of these things. And it's just dunking on Drake right now is how you get a couple of extra likes. I'm guessing is how you get a couple of extra clicks, a little bit of extra engagement. I don't see what the American Heart Association has to even gain by reaching and dick sucking like this. But I mean, it is what it is. But like I said in my last video, it's time we start looking past moments like this, start looking past little, lame shit like this, obvious reaches. Like is this the best y'all niggas have? All of this manufactured bullshit, like, and you niggas want to tell me that he is not an industry darling? Come on. Come on, man. He is the biggest industry darling, quite frankly, that we've ever seen. And it's not even close. You can just see it. My homie member said, LMAO, if you seriously think Drake isn't selling more than 400K, please block me before I see any of your tweets that say that, because I will likely drag y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we getting there. We getting there. It's like the Grammys never aired 3 days ago. Drake will do the same to him after the halftime show, and it's like it never happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of news going around, circulating around Drake and Kendrick Lamar still. But I just want to say, I hope people see how this is being spun, and I hope people really see that this is not a fair. This was never a fair shake. This is never a battle for Drake to win. It was never a battle that he was going to win, no matter if he actually won or not. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So yeah, where you move on from there, who knows? But we're just gonna have to see. As we said, Drake is announced his album, some sexy. Did I even show? Shit, we haven't even gone through that. We haven't even gone through that. I think I got it on the profile. I should. By the way, here's the episode. Last episode I dropped. So y'all go ahead on X, Dope Boy Diesel. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Slide through over there and check that out. But let's look at that trailer. I think we got. Damn, I might have passed it already. But it's gonna be real amazing to get some new Drake music. Here we are. It's right here. It's gonna be real amazing to get some. I don't want to get copywritten for this in the future. But yeah, it's gonna be real amazing to get some Drake music. I'm looking forward to it. And if you're a Drake fan, please be ready to run it the fuck up and stream properly, you guys. If you don't know how to stream properly, make sure that you're tapping in. You can go on Spotify and look up their rules if you need to know how to stream properly. If you want to run it the fuck up as much as possible, then yeah, make sure you're doing the right things. However, this album, I think it's going to be a classic. I think it's going to be one that is long overdue. We should have been got a Drake and Party album, a full album for real, for real. And then it looks like Drake is going to give his last one, which is, I think, effectively ends his deal and will be the last, the last project he puts out unless he renegotiates for another deal. So we'll see where that goes. Not really. I'm not really sure where it will go after that, because who knows at this point. I mean, things are getting to the point where it's looking like he may be just a free agent soon. So that's very big. That's a very big possibility at this point, especially being at odds with the label. So it's not looking like they have reached any terms, and as far as negotiation goes, so far. So we'll see where that goes. Let's touch up on some of this basketball updates, because as we are Lakers fans here, there has been a couple of updates to what's been going on with the kid. Let's see where we're going to start. So we talked a little bit about LeBron, but LeBron is going to be playing with Luka Doncic. He's not going anywhere. And I think this is effectively off the rip, his just easily takes it as the best teammate that LeBron is going to have the pleasure of playing with. Also, just as a side note, the boy Chris Middleton was sent to the Wizards, where his career is going to go to die. They trade him for Kyle Kuzma, my boy, LA draft pick. You know what I'm saying? I got a special place in my heart for Kyle Kuzma. We drafted him. We drafted the kid along with Lonzo, and I remember that year like it was yesterday. We had a lot of high hopes for them that year, so I hope he finds. Where did he go? Oh, he went to Milwaukee. So I hope he finds his footing in Milwaukee, and he has some better games, because it did look like things were getting a little. They were getting a little crazy for him down there. I seen a video of him shooting straight bricks down there. So I hope he goes to Milwaukee and they are exactly what he's looking for. It looks like Giannis approved of the move, so it happened. So big GM Giannis is over there making moves over there. He running on everything, and he dares them motherfuckers to trade him over there. It'll be a whole lot of it'll be a rude awakening for them niggas. So but we got our first game with Luka Doncic in attendance. He's not playing. He's scheduled to play next week, Monday. Hopefully everything is going good with him coming back for that hamstring tear or sprain, whichever one it was. But it looks like he's doing pretty good. He had his first practice today. But I can't help but notice how absolutely sad, broken, and defeated this man looks, even when he is smiling. I mean, you can tell that this trade has definitely done a number on him. I seen one report that said that he was crying about it. And honestly, the man just bought a $15 million house the week before they traded him. I would be pissed off too. So there's a lot of things for him to be upset about, but hopefully he finds his footing here in LA, and LA does the very best to make sure that he resigns this offseason, and he's here for the long haul, and he's ready to lock in with us and do his very best to bring the city its 18th and 19th and 20th championship. And if he wants to give us more after that, then so be it. But yeah, we need a good 3 from Luka. You know what I'm saying? We need a good 3 from the boy. what else can we say about number 77? I think, you know, as time goes on, Mav fans, we went through, you know, some of their reactions, I believe, in the last episode. They're not fucking with this shit. They're not fucking with this shit. A lot of them are upset. And it just doesn't seem like a move that the city is happy about. I've seen plenty of people coming over to LA's side. They are, you know, completely absolving themselves of everything that has to do with the Mavericks. They are, you know, just completely done with the kid. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, it does seem like AD is doing pretty good in Dallas. Got some footage here with him, you know, practicing with Kyrie. It's been nothing but, you know, smiles on his faces. And, you know, AD is a very adaptable guy. I think he's going to be doing great down there. And I think that, you know, hopefully if they can turn things around this season and, you know, make some real strides towards a championship run, if you get AD in the playoffs and as healthy as he's been, as good as his last 2 years have been as far as his conditioning goes, I think you got a good shot at a title contention with the way that AD has been playing. And now that he's going to have, you know, some bigs around him at like he wanted, he's going to have Kyrie with him. He has Klay Thompson with him. And really, I mean, you might be a piece or two away from really being a dominant force. So, as I heard a couple of people report, I think the Mavericks in the short term have definitely at face value won this trade for the next two to possibly the next year or two. They've definitely won this trade as far as being ready to win now. Perhaps, you never know. We still have the trade deadline coming, and as you see, moves are still being made. So Rob Pelinka could still make a move, and we're going to touch on how Luka exactly got here in that magic. But I think that, you know, if they get to the playoffs, they get a good positioning in the playoffs. Dallas has a good chance to go right back to the finals. They have a great chance to beat the Nuggets again. I think AD with two bigs has the exact recipe for Jokic, and you know they can't really stop this kid. There's not much that can stop AD besides himself. So, but just to speak on, let's just talk about how Luka, really breaking down how Luka really got here in the first place, because shouts out to the boy Rob Pelinka. Now, to those who don't know, our GM, the man who made this move possible, Rob Pelinka, was formerly Kobe Bryant's agent. Him and Kobe Bryant were very close, and you know they had a long-standing relationship. You know, Rob Pelinka is a guy who plays chess. He knows his laws of power. And, you know, before this move, Laker Nation was really frying this man up something crazy. I mean, not even just Laker Nation, the entire basketball community as a whole. And every now and then he makes, you know, a move like this that has the entire NBA singing his praises all over again. And it's crazy. But with him being Kobe Bryant's agent, this has really played a big part, and this is why Kobe is one of the greatest players to ever to grace a basketball court, because even beyond death, he is making moves happen. because we had the great Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest Laker of all time. And you have Nico, the GM for the Mavericks. That was how this conversation in this trade was possible, as we've been led to find out. With Nico being, I believe he was a Nike rep or some shit like that for Kobe. So they both were on Kobe's team. They both were working for Cobster. They both was working for the King, the Black Mamba. And even beyond the grave, my man Kobe is blessing Laker Nation. I just think that is crazy. Crazy, if you ask me. He's blessing the kid. He's blessing everybody. And this move really would not be possible without Kobe Bryant. And it's crazy to think about. It's crazy to have such information, but it is what it is. Rob Pelinka, we have to clap it up for you. You did your motherfucking thing. You did your big one, my boy. So yeah. I cannot wait to see Luka suit up on Monday and really give us his all. I gotta get a Luka jersey immediately. I already had tremendous respect for the man. I already had, a great love for his game. And I always knew this man was going to be a Laker. There's just certain people that you look at and you can tell that they're Showtime. You can tell that they have that Laker DNA. They have that Mamba mentality. And nobody out of these up and coming stars more than Luka has made me feel like he was going to be a Laker. And I'm so glad to even hear him say himself that he always knew that he would end up here. And that is a great feeling. And it's great to hear as a Lakers fan, because the feeling is mutual. The feeling is definitely mutual. There's just something in me that always told me that kid was going to be a Laker. And I'm 100% here for it. I'm 100% here for it. So those are my updates for today. Hopefully, Luka makes himself at home. We're going to continue to stay updated with the Drake Anita Max Win Tour, and giving updates, because there's just so much news coming out around his tour, and the things he's doing and saying every day that we got to keep you guys updated, which is what we plan on doing here in the Doja Room. So I've had a big spike in viewership and in subscribers between X and YouTube. So I want to thank you guys for joining the show, watching the content, commenting, getting in the comment box. That's always great. I see a lot of people have some opinions, and we welcome all opinions here on the channel. Just know I'm going to get on your ass if I feel it's needed. So we're going to have a debate, and if we got to escalate it, the door is always open for some open debates here in the Doja Room. So glad to see you guys coming through, watching the content that we got. If you're here for Team OVO, you're definitely going to want to lock in with me and make sure that you're a subscriber to the channel. Give the video a like, because that helps us and pushes us throughout the algorithm to get us to more people. So make sure you liking the video, sharing the video if you can as well. And yeah, we're going to make sure that we keep on giving you guys this consistency all 2025. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming through the motherfucking Doja Room. I'm your boy, Dope Boy Diesel, and I will be back once there's more shit to talk about. All right, and I'm out.
Yeah. Hey, this
this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't feel that I work too hard. Poetry only needs